Esau hates Yaakov. This quote from the Midrash, for many, depicts a deterministic fate of the Jews always being hated by the nations of the world. Indeed, until today, hatred for the Jewish people, anti-Semitism, can be found throughout the world. But the relations of humanity to the Jewish people is more complex. Yes, there is often hatred, but there are times and places and people that there is also love. And this too goes back to that complex relationship between Esau and Yaakov. Esau, there are times that it was filled with hate, but there are times that this became love. And studying their story perhaps give us insight for today. Yaakov's taking of the blessings designated for Esau leads to Esau's hatred for him and, moreover, Esau's desire to murder his brother. Rivka urges Yaakov to flee and come back only years later when hopefully this anger would be abated. But unfortunately, Rivka is too optimistic. Even after many years, when Yaakov returns, Esau comes with hundreds of warriors to meet him. It looks that the fate of Yaakov will perhaps be like Hevel, who was murdered by his brother. Yaakov identifies the dangers, and according to Rashi, prepares for the encounter in three ways. Number one, prayer. Number two, preparations for combat. And number three, seeking reconciliation. And it is this third path of reconciliation which ultimately saves the day. And not only does Esau turn away from his murderous plans, but his heart is open with love. The Torah tells of Esau coming, hugging and kissing Yaakov, and in a Torah scroll there are dots on the word kissing, for, as the Midrash says, to show that it was done with his whole heart. And at the end it says, and they wept. The Rabbi, the Netziv, points out that the hug and the kiss are in the singular. But after that dramatic change, Yaakov's heart was also open to overcome the fear, and therefore the crying, the weepings together, perhaps weeping for the many years of lost opportunities of their brotherhood. Today we are facing also deadly dangers from all around. We too must follow the path of our patriarch Yaakov in these three ways. Number one, prayer. Number two, we need a strong army. But number three, not to give up the search for coexistence, reconciliation, in the hope that these three together will bring about the future we all hope for.